Hey you guys, what's up? It's Shamika Sanders. I know, it's been a while, but I am coming to you today because I'm going to be creating a lot more content and uploading it to my YouTube channel. But if you're meaning to follow my everyday life, make sure you check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, even though it's a little personal. I keep it a little personal there, but follow me at Shamika_Sanders. I know it's been a while, but there's been a lot going on, you guys. I'm pregnant. I know. How did that happen? Well, long story short, the birds and the bees. Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. I've never been the type who always dreamed about having a baby, or just like when I was a little girl, I didn't know what wedding dress I wanted. I didn't know what my baby names were gonna be. And if you are that girl, kudos to you, because I was more so focused on my career. All I cared about was I need to be rich and famous. I thought at 25 I would be a best-selling author and I would have like a couple $1 million. I'm 30. Neither of those have happened. I still have hope though. It just happens a little later and out of your order because it's God's plan, not your plan. But like I was saying, right? I was not the super baby type. Kids will walk by, I'm just like, okay, keep it over there. And then one day I met this guy. I knew the guy I'm with, my love, Mr. Stevie. I've known him since I was in elementary school. His mother was my Girl Scout leader. Crazy, right? And I was in love with him back then. He laughs every time I talk about it. But he was always so mean, but he was always so fine, Mr. Stephen York. And he would come to the Girl Scout meetings with his mom, and I was in love back then. I just wasn't that cute, so I don't think he paid attention to me. Fast forward some years, and now I'm pregnant by him. Not only am I pregnant, I'm 5 months pregnant, you guys. I'm 21 weeks yesterday. I just moved, so this is what is going to be the baby's room / den / diva den / man cave. He already has some Giant stuff up because he is a Giants fan. Oh my God, I have to remember to DVR the draft for him tonight. You are looking at the unfinished diva den baby room cave. I still have boxes around. This computer is right here. I have my laptop right here. And so there's a lot going on in my life. I am still at hellobeautiful.com. I'm the deputy editor now. Tomorrow I'm flying out. Me and Kiara, we are going to be on the panel at the Women's Conference in Raleigh in front of 12,000 people. God is good all the time. Amen. And I wanted to come to you and bring you this video because I just wanted to talk about being pregnant in media, an entertainment girl, all of my life just focusing on career, to now be at a point where I'm pregnant and I can't do everything that I want to do, but I still do a lot, and editing and footage and junkets and writing are all still my thing. But I want to talk about my journey as a 5-month pregnant woman. So now, first things first, they didn't tell me the pains I would feel associated with pregnancy. So it's not cramps, you guys. It's called round ligament pain. I Googled it. Round ligament pain is when the ligaments that attach like your stuff to your stuff, I'm not a doctor, stretch because your womb is stretching and growing. And I am experiencing a lot of round ligament pain. And it was hard to walk, probably about, I would say that it's been 3 weeks of pain, or maybe 4 weeks. And then the first week, oh my God, it was terrible. I was wobbling. I was like sore. It felt like I was on a thigh master for a very long time. And I don't work out, I don't do nobody thigh master. I do other things, which got me here. But I didn't realize that it could hurt really bad. And it wasn't a hurt, it was more of like a soreness. So ladies, I'm telling you about this round ligament pain. It is extremely uncomfortable. It's sore. Turning is a little bit like, sitting down is like, My baby bump kind of just popped. I don't know if you can see it here. She wasn't out for a while, and I was actually getting concerned. Around 15, 16 weeks, I was like, where's my baby bump? Because I seen a lot of women and they were super bumped up. And I was like, what's wrong with me? I'm not eating enough. I don't have an appetite. Because guys, the first trimester kicked my ass. Kicked it. Ass kick over there somewhere. Like, I had no energy. I was extremely nauseous. I threw up. Not so much, but when I did throw up, it was terrible. I threw up one time so bad that I had a broken blood vessel in my eye right before I had to appear on Hella Opinions with Sylvia Obel. Hey girl, hey, thank you for having me. Danya Blaze, all the team over at BuzzFeed. And I had wanted to be on that show forever, and I wound up heaving so bad, dry heaving, the day before. I had a broken blood vessel, but like a black woman, I persevered. I showed up looking like all types of eye jammies. I flew to LA to do the What Men Want junket with Taraji P. Henson, one of my best interviews with Tracy Morgan. And I will say, I cut back on flying a lot, even though I'm gonna fly out tomorrow. It was really strenuous on my body because I flew to LA from New York. The flight was about 5 hours, 5 or 6 hours to LA. And when I got off the plane, it wasn't so bad on the plane. When I got off the plane, I had to stop about 3 or 4 times in my Uber because I was throwing up all the way to the hotel. I was staying at the Four Seasons. Got to the Four Seasons, couldn't do much. I just wanted to lay in my bed. Snatched my wig off because it wasn't secured to my head. I was in between wigs. That's another story. Luckily, my friend Lee lives out there, who's also pregnant. It's crazy. I am pregnant with two of the most influential women in my life. Allie McGevna, that's her Instagram name. Allison and Lee Davenport. So Lee came and visited me, and she is pregnant. So I was able to get a glimpse of what I would be looking like in a few months, because she's about 6 or 7. She almost there, child. She's about to come out. Flying was hard, and I told myself, in the words of Beyonce, I ain't gonna do that no more because you put so much pressure on yourself. And I felt like, nah, I need to just chill out a little bit, especially during the first trimester. Now I feel like I could do, I'm so gassy, y'all, a lot more. So that brings me to the gassy heartburn part. I had acid reflux before. Oh my God, crazy. I can lay down sometimes and I just feel it coming up, and I have to get up because I feel like I'm gonna choke. It's that serious. I keep Tums by the bed. My dad is like, get some Zantax, get some of my Lanta. I asked my doctor today. She told me that I can drink my Lanta. Tums are perfectly fine. I love Rolaids. I felt like Tums, I just switched to Tums because the Rolaids weren't just cutting it anymore. And the Tums are helping a little bit, could be the flavor. I haven't really had that many cravings in the beginning. I was craving meat. I was like, give me a steak. My baby wants a steak. And I thought that it was indicative of some symptoms. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm having yet. I'm gonna save that for another video. I wanna talk about the fear associated with me being pregnant because, to be honest, like I said, being pregnant wasn't at least in the top 3 on my list. It was always career. I'm a sucker for love, so relationship is always there. And my friends and my family. Having a baby wasn't really in that top up there. And then next thing you know, I woke up one day after learning about how Black women particularly struggle with fertility, struggle with babies, the things they don't teach you, the things they don't tell you about your biological clock ticking. I'm only 30, but something in me combines with this love that I felt from this man, Stevie, because we've been together maybe going on 2 years now, and I had just gotten out of a long-term relationship that was toxic, and being with Steven was so refreshing because it was just a different love. It's a different love. It's light, it's feels ordained by God. It just made me feel really comfortable to have a baby. So suddenly the girl who never wanted kids all of a sudden really wanted kids really bad. Not to mention he really wanted kids. Like from the beginning of when we first started dating, he was like, what you waiting for? You ain't getting no younger. And I was like, motherfucker. But even then, I just wasn't feeling for it. And then suddenly I was like, oh my God, I love Josh. Clueless reference. I was like, all of a sudden, I want a baby. Took about 6 months. I was on birth control in June. And then I stopped birth control around June and got pregnant in December. And here I was like, I'm gonna get pregnant right away. Well, this birth control, I've been pregnant before, you guys. Full honesty and transparency. I didn't want to have kids yet. So I knew that I was able to get pregnant. I didn't know how far I could carry. I didn't know, I've not gotten that far as I am now. So, you know, the fears, once I didn't get pregnant right away, after deciding to get pregnant and making that big decision, I got scared. And soon it became, oh my God, I just want to be pregnant, I just want to be pregnant. And I got pregnant. I was like 3 days pregnant and had like a miscarriage. And I said, okay, I can't do this to myself anymore. I had downloaded the apps. I was on What to Expect. I was on Baby Center. Every day, I was looking at every symptom. I was like, oh my God, this is it, I'm pregnant. And then it's like that 2-week wait between ovulation and period to see where you are. And I just was like, I have to let God decide when I'm gonna be pregnant. That was probably October, November. By December, I had gotten pregnant. My period was supposed to be there on Christmas. I said, if I wake up on the day after Christmas with no period, I'll take a test. Cause Lord, peeing on a stick becomes addictive. I haven't had a drink or smoked anything since December 25th. And maybe a little bit before that, because once I started to feel like I might have been pregnant, I stopped. But as soon as I got that positive pregnancy test, I haven't smoked or drank anything. That is a hard part for me. Maybe not even the drinking, because I was never a drinker like that, but smoking, I be needing some relief, child. The world is hard, child. It's not as hard as you think when you have something to do it for so much. Like you're just like, you know, you're having a baby. It's really not about you at that point. Gas. My nose continues to spread. So before I had a baby bump, I felt that I looked pregnant because in my face, in this area right here, I felt like I looked so pregnant. And a lot of pregnant women told me I looked pregnant. Then, you know, came the bump that can't be hidden anymore. So I'm going to continue to make videos along this journey, but I want you guys to follow me on Instagram, Shamika_Sanders. That's SHAMIKA_Sanders, and subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm going to be making a lot more videos. I'm going to be making a video on my way to the women's conference in Raleigh. Who is Raleigh? Raleigh. I'm coming to North Carolina. So I will see you guys later, and I'll share with you some of, this is today's ultrasound. She is growing. She eats all my food, but you know, it's so crazy. As afraid as I was, I feel stronger than ever. I feel so in my womanhood. I felt like a woman before. You know, I am someone who advocates for women. I tell women's stories, Black women's stories. I'm a girl's girl. But I feel right now, with this life inside of me, like I could do anything. I'm not necessarily afraid of birth more than I am afraid of the epidural. I know you don't have to get an epidural, but the pain from what I hear is a lot, you know, it's a lot. But I have a fear of being paralyzed, so I'm really worried about them sticking a needle in my back and then something going ridiculously wrong. So I'm contemplating getting an epidural, but I know what I'm gonna do before that. I'm gonna pop on the blueprint. I'm gonna get into my zone because that's the type of person I am. I am very level-headed. I'm very focused. If I have a job ahead of me, I know the end goal, and because of that, I can just get there. I can power through it. So I plan on popping on my Jay-Z before birth, getting into my zone and just like pushing this baby out. So I'm gonna leave it there. Like I said, I'm 21 weeks. I cry about 3 times a day for random things. So, ladies, if you have any questions, I know you're probably wondering about this lipstick. It's bomb, right? Maybe I'll tell you if you leave me some comments. Okay, guys, subscribe, follow me, love me, indulge with me. Give me your feedback. Tell me what you guys are going through. All right, bye.
Shutterstock Music. Shutterstock Music. Shutterstock Music. Shutterstock Music.